You're in a crowded room. Something goes wrong. Someone needs help. You look around. Everyone else is looking around too. And nobody moves. This isn't because people are cruel. It's something far stranger. In 1964, a woman named Kitty Genovese was attacked outside her apartment building in New York. Dozens of people reportedly heard her cries. Almost no one called for help. The story shocked the country. Why would so many people do nothing? Two psychologists wanted to find out. Their names were John Darley and Bib Latane. They didn't believe people were heartless. They believed something else was happening inside the brain. Something automatic. Something you felt yourself without ever noticing it. They built an experiment, a simple one. Participants sat alone in a room, supposedly taking part in a discussion over an intercom. Suddenly, another participant appeared to have a seizure, calling for help through the speaker. Some people thought they were the only one who could hear this. Others believed there were several people listening at the same time. The results were stunning. When someone believed they were alone with the victim, almost everyone helped, quickly, without hesitation. But when people believed others were also listening, the numbers dropped, sharply. Some participants never got up at all. Why? Darley and Latane called it diffusion of responsibility. Here's the simple version. When you're the only witness, the weight of the moment lands entirely on you. There's no one else to share it with. Your brain registers full responsibility and it pushes you to act. But add other people and something shifts. Your brain quietly does the math. If others are here too, maybe they'll handle it. Maybe someone already called for help. Maybe you don't need to be the one. Nobody decides this consciously. It happens beneath awareness. Each person assumes someone else has it covered. And because everyone assumes the same thing, no one does anything at all. There's a second part to this. It's called social proof, and it might be even stranger. Picture yourself in that crowded room again. Something seems off, but you're not sure. You glance at the people around you. They look calm, so you assume everything must be fine. Meanwhile, they're doing the exact same thing. They're looking at you, and you look calm too. So they assume everything's fine as well. Everyone is reading everyone else's blank expression as proof that nothing is wrong. And everyone is wrong at the same time. This isn't a flaw unique to modern cities or crowded sidewalks. Researchers believe it's rooted much deeper. For most of human history, small groups lived in tight social units. Reading the group was survival. If the group reacted calmly to a sound in the bushes, that was useful information. If everyone froze and panicked, that mattered too. Your brain evolved to treat the group's reaction as data. Reliable data, faster than thinking everything through yourself. But there's a catch. That system assumes everyone else is making an independent judgment. In a modern crowd of strangers, that assumption often breaks down. Everyone is just watching everyone else. Nobody is actually deciding anything. A psychologist named Stanley Milgram explored a related question a few years earlier in the early 1960s. His experiments focused on obedience rather than bystanders, but they revealed something connected. People will go remarkably far, doing things they'd normally consider wrong simply because someone else seems to be in charge, or because the situation feels ambiguous, and everyone around them appears to be going along with it. Milgram's work and the bystander studies pointed at the same hidden force. Humans constantly look outward to calibrate their own behavior, not because they're weak, because for almost all of human history, the group was the safest guide available. Here's where it gets even more interesting. The bystander effect isn't just about emergencies. It shows up in everyday life, in moments you'd never think to label this way. Think about a meeting at work. Someone makes a comment that feels wrong. You notice it. You glance around. No one else reacts, so you stay quiet too. Later, someone admits privately that they noticed it too and assumed everyone else was fine with it. Or think about walking past someone who looks like they might need help. You hesitate. You check if anyone else is stepping in. If they're not, some part of your brain quietly concludes the situation must not be serious. None of this is really about courage or character. It's about a system in your brain that was built for small tribes, now operating inside crowds of thousands of strangers, scrolling through feeds full of other strangers, all reading each other's silence as a signal. So what actually breaks the pattern? Darley and Latane found something important in later research. When one person steps forward, even slightly, the effect collapses almost instantly. One person reacting visibly gives everyone else new information. Suddenly, the group's blank expression isn't blank anymore. Someone has shown that something is wrong and that it's okay to respond. This is why training for emergencies often focuses on a single, simple instruction. Point at one specific person. Say their name. Tell them exactly what to do. This breaks diffusion of responsibility instantly. There's no more ambiguity about who is responsible. It's them, and they almost always act. Knowing this changes how you might see your own hesitation. That pause you feel when you're unsure whether to speak up, to step in, to ask if someone is okay. It isn't a personal failing. It's an ancient calibration system, reading the room exactly the way it was built to. But now, you know what it's doing, and that might be enough to override it. The next time you feel that hesitation while looking around at everyone else's calm faces, remember that they might be doing the exact same thing. Looking at you, waiting for someone to move first. It could be you. You're in a crowded room, something goes wrong, someone needs help. You look around, and this time you're the one who moves.